A Stitch in Time Part 5, Sealed with Hate. This is the second segment of this recording. I already did the instance for the Molten Throne. Now Druzel Rowe has sent me on to Kalevala and Kali Yirzu, as well as to the Aether Scar, in order to pick up parts to make a shield. This shield is needed because the evil gods are not going to like us bringing back hate. Sauron especially, and Ulkaruk, I hope I pronounced that name right, are really not going to want Inuruk being brought back. They want his power for themselves. So you need to make a shield. The first thing you need are metetherial fiber strands from Kali Yirzu. And they are in little blue-green vases that are around the platform. And you just keep running around and grabbing them. Nothing major, just quick little in and out. They're all pretty much ignoring me. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And they will have anywhere from 1 to 3 strands per. I have all my strands. I am now going over to the port pad, and I will go over to Yirzu? Yirzu. However they pronounce it. And now I need the ore. I find it easiest to pretty much stand on top of the ore in order to pull the 2 pulls from it. Anything else and you start running into line of sight issues. But only sometimes. Sometimes you can do it and treat it like a normal node. No problem. Other times you cannot see unless you're standing on top of it. So I try to just run over the doggone thing and mine as I go. If you have done one of the other factions and have not started on this faction, then these 2 guards, right there and there, will be aggro. As long as you're lower level like me and have not done any of the factions, you're not into the negative numbers, they're not going to bother you. But you would have enough distance here as long as you're aware that, yes, if you factioned with one of the other factions and have not started on them, they may be a little mad at you. Since I haven't started on any of the factions, I'm not high enough level, I don't have to worry. And I'm mining and I'm already done. So next you need the aetherite shards. So I am aiming for those maroon and orange rocks down there. And some of these shards will be next to aggro, others will not. As long as you are watching what you are doing and being careful, you won't get smished. Just buzz in like you have no care, and you will find that some things here care about you. I'm trying to use tab target, and there is no aggro really close, so I can go in and I can grab it, and this is what it looks like. I'm not going to record the rest of them. I need 16 of them. Each one will give me 4 if I remember right. I will pause. I will be back after I've finished making the shield. Sorry about that. I went back to the guild hall to craft. I finished crafting the shield that is going to protect myself and this fellow as we go on from here. After I hailed him in Nectulos Forest again, that was the Wandering Hermit, he dumps me into a trade skill version of Neck Forest for the Apotheosis, where we bring him back to power. Or that's the plan, at least. I really do not like, even though I am on a Dark Elf right now, having to bring him back to power, but it is what it is. Once you have finished zoning in, you need to activate the shield, so you talk to him, he tells you what you need to do. He points to a wellspring of hate, and you have to click on it in order to start things. That releases the shield. Boom. he gets to hide behind a shield while you're out in the open as he feels them coming. And there is Saren in all her angry glory. Over there is Ulkaruk. They're not going to kill you. They will knock you around a bit if you get too close. They're summoning their hordes to try to take down the shield. You get to watch for a moment. If you get too close, they will bounce you around. The shield does flare around you, especially when she flings something at you shortly to stun you. Just like that. Then you wait until they all cluster together, and it says that they've found a weakness. When they find a weakness, you need to run up, draw in hatred, and then run over to where they have all clustered together and click on it to repair it. Until they've all clustered together, there's not a lot you can do, though, other than watch as Inuric keeps getting powered up and they keep attacking. So here comes another wave, another spear at you. Lots of big nasties. Thankfully, they have more important things on their mind than one mere mortal. At any other time, you might feel bad that they're just dismissing you and calling you a mere mortal, but right now it's a good thing, because they're all epic mobs. They've found another weakness. You need to find another bit of hate to draw in and not get too distracted by things being flung at you. Go up. Find the right angle so that you can click on the spot to repair it. There you go. You've sealed it. They go poof. Then another batch gets summoned. Here they come. Off through the woods. If I remember right, there should be one or two more times. They're flooding. I should have waited until they flooded to the weakness, because sometimes they'll knock me around for the heck of it if I get too close to them while they're regrouping. I've drawn in the hatred. And sometimes if I do it too quickly, what I have in my hand doesn't count. I have to go grab more. It's going to work this time. Repair the rift. And he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger behind that shield. If I remember right, this will be the last time that they do this. Tormented souls and all. Now they've sensed another weakness. You get zapped again. They run out, they run back in so they can all dogpile on the same location again. Draw in hatred. Go over to the dogpile. Angle until you can find the right clicky spot again. And it does take some jiggling sometimes because they're all standing there like that. Repair. And the barrier bursts. And you get frozen at that point as you watch Inuric return in all his ugly glory. And he's not going to be happy. Thankfully, he's not angry at you. He's angry at them. He shrinks them down, starts scolding them. You get the fun of listening to him yell at them, and then they all disappear. Woot woot, you're done? No. He didn't give you what you need. You still need to follow after him. And you will find this portal here. And eventually it will click on it. There we go. And you're in the Shard of Hate New Ownership trade skill. At this point, Inuric is going to start pacing back and forth, ranting and raving at the two he just captured. There are at least 2 sets of dialogue I know he goes pacing back and forth, yells at them both, paces again, yells at them both. I do not know how far it goes on. You do not have to listen to it. When I'm not recording, I will actually stop and listen to it myself just to see how many more bits of dialogue he has. But at this point, you can interrupt him at any point, and he basically says that he's not going to stop you from getting what you need, but he's also not told his people that they have to, stand aside. They're not going to let you do it. There's a lot of epics there. But what Inurak doesn't notice, and you do, is that Droozle Rowe is standing there in projection form. She reminds you that she's the goddess of magic and ports you right to where you need to be to get the seal. So you run over, you grab the seal, and she magics you out. Then you will go to Varig Row and you will claim your rewards for the entire signature line. Congrats, you're done. Enjoy.